Oh, just kidding. That's the wrong video. I thought we were doing a dance-off. Anyway, I'm coming to you now from my daughter's room because this was the best place to film tonight. Anyway, I want to go over your cool down from yesterday. In this cool down, remember when I'm multiplying exponents, this b to the fifth power, and they have to be the same base, b to the fifth power means I have 5 b's. B to the sixth power means I have 6 b's. If I multiply them all together, the exponent says I'm counting all of the b's. I have 11 b's, b to the 11th power. The shortcut to that, the law of exponents here for multiplication, is add the exponents if the base is the same. 5 plus 6 is 11. That's where I'm getting b to the 11th power. Second problem, b to the fifth power divided by b to the sixth power. I write out 5 b's on the top. I write out 6 b's on the bottom. b divided by b is 1. 1 times anything is that number. So I have this canceling out because it's a 1. This cancels out. This cancels out. And so on. The only thing I've got left is this b right here. And it's in the denominator. 1 over b to the first power. Now, we've talked about before. If I have an exponent in the denominator, that's the same thing as having b to the negative 1. Here's another way to see that. The shortcut here is I take 5, and I subtract 6. I subtract the exponents when I divide. 5 minus 6 is negative 1. So that's where I'm getting this from. B is negative 1. The last problem on here, b to the fifth power raised to the sixth power. That means I write out 6b to the fifth power. Okay? When I am multiplying exponents that have the same base, I just add the exponents. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 is 30. Or another shortcut to that is 5 times 6 equals 30. So, my answer here is going to be b to the 30th power. Now, let's go over what you're doing today really quickly. You'll have a bunch of videos on there, but let me give you a little bit of a thing. So, I have 3 to the negative fifth power. It's going to ask you, how else can I write that? Well, you can write that as 1 over 3 to the fifth power. We just talked about that in the review from yesterday. Suppose I do 5 to the negative fifth power divided by 5 to the 8th power. It's the same thing I said before. I'm going to take this negative 5 and this 8, and all I do is I subtract them. That's what the law of exponents says to do. So I'm going to do negative 5 minus 8 equals negative 13. So I'm just taking this number and I'm subtracting this number from it. It's like saying 5 to the negative fifth minus 8, and I get 5 to the negative 13th power. Again, another way to write a negative exponent is putting 1 over 5 to the 13th power. Okay? So, one other thing I want to say to you before we get off here. On every week that I do this, there will be a week what's it called? What do they call it? Week at a glance, okay? It's going to tell you everything we're doing that week. So it's going to tell you what it is you're supposed to do each day, in addition to that list of things that you have in Schoology from me. If you got any questions, you can find me. I have a discussion every morning, so you can get on there and live chat. You can even talk to me on there. If you message me questions, I can address them in these videos. Talk to you soon.